and why someone like myself, a cold caller to this franchise, got goosebumps. Hi guys, welcome in and welcome back to another Filmmaker Reacts. Today's video we're going to be checking out the brand new World of Warcraft cinematic opening titled Midnight. Like them on this channel where we check out game movies, game trailers, but also we've started covering feature films on the channel exclusively at the moment on the Patreon, link down below in case you're interested. But I do like to talk over the top of what we're watching today and talk about all the filmmaking techniques that I can see, well, in the trailer that we're watching. First, we're going to watch this trailer all the way through, so from beginning all the way to the end without stopping. Then afterwards, that is where I'll be doing a filmmaker's breakdown, talk about the things that I liked, the things that I loved, and the things that I potentially didn't like. So with all that said and done, let's dive back in, shall we, to the World of Warcraft. Play the tape.
All right.
It has been a hot minute since I've covered a World of Warcraft cinematic. Oh, I like the old particle effects already. Well, that looks a bit jumpy. Oh, just my internet. Power status.
Liadrin, it has begun.
Oh, mate, all the fucking layers.
With me on the wall.
Shadow depth of field, catchment in the eyes. About 6 layers.
Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
He sounds familiar, that guy. Oh, this looks gorgeous.
The Sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath.
Look at these low camera angles at them. Yeah, they're always shooting up at them, either be the chest or the waistline. Lovely cinematic movement. Oh my lord. The cinematic bars is helping it lift up the quality of it.
Elves. I can see you grow weary. How much longer can you hold out?
That's fantastic.
Flee and save yourselves.
Her eyes with her eyes.
Liadrin.
You go, leave her with me.
Light be with you.
Oh.
You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon.
Dude, the fucking power status on this bitch. Low camera angles, the camera punching towards.
The light flows through.
The lens particles are making these look so expensive.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through.
And that camera movement, you see the way that she came out of that portal and the camera pedestal down, giving a parallax in motion?
I know that I am unworthy.
I have no idea what the hell's going on, but I love it.
If I deserve your help, but I know my people do. Please give them strength.
Loving the ECUs, extreme close-ups.
I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon.
So I mean, with all the layers.
Break your world.
Even when we're looking down at him, he's shooting for his brow.
You can't even break one elf.
Nice. Even though he lost a power exchange, he still looked badass, didn't he?
This darkness comes to devour.
Oh, I'm looking forward to breaking this one down.
And when it is finished, there will be no more light.
Are we going to see the power exchange? Like change? The rise is going.
Will perish.
Dutch angle. Because he's off. They're losing. They're on their knees. Who is it? Big flash of gold to contrast with the scene. Yes. Yes. Oh, coming from down below. I've got a bit of goosebumps off it. Because the camera's punching forward. The light is there. They're silhouetted. They're coming up. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I've got goosebumps off it. It's a cold cooler. What's he, like an army?
The Sunwell will not fall.
Not while we draw
Lovely.
breath.
Orbit strafing. That's what she said, wasn't it? Yeah. Ooh. Don't like the old digital zooms on it. Wish it was an actual full camera track back. It was much nicer. Would have made it look a bit more expensive. World of Warcraft. Midnight. World Soul Saga Part 2. Do you know what? My initial thoughts are, what a fucking doozy that was. Again, I don't know anything about World of Warcraft, and we finished, and I'm such a moron. It's because so much time's gone by. I absolutely loved covering these for you guys and breaking them down because they are of such high quality, and the techniques in there are great for one learning, but also for you to go, that is why I love that scene, and they are so good of, and again, they've got that quality to it, that expensive feel to it. But I'm such a moron. We ended it on the Battle of Azeroth. We've still got about, I think, another 4 to go. So right here and now, I'm going to promise you guys, I will be covering them soon on the channel. But this was very good. It did feel, I don't know, it felt like it had the quality there. I don't know if it's because one of them, is it Andros or whatever his name was, the young lad, that literally looked like lifelike photo scanning or something. I don't know. But it did look like it looked expensive, but it didn't look as expensive as the others. But maybe that's just me remembering differently. But I don't know. But let's break it down. Let's talk about the key moments in here that were just badass, and why someone like myself, a cold cooler to this franchise, got goosebumps. Like, you can't make it up. Let's break it down.
Checkpoint!
Okay, starting up, we've got our ESRB rating. So what I liked about this is immediately it feels expensive, and what it is, it's all these particle effects, starting with a reflection shot. So basically, if you're watching it, you're immediately going to be looking down, you're like, what the fuck's that? You wouldn't be looking at particle effects. I do, because I know that means layers and means more expensiveness, but what you're doing is looking down here. However, it's not perfect, because when your eyes first look at this shot, you tend to sort of look around this way normally because it's the brightest part on screen. And then your eyes are just over to here. And then the thread of storytelling happens. It goes up. Build. Okay, so I thought it was my internet that was jolting. I've tried this on different browsers. I've even downloaded this video, and still it shudders here. I don't know why. Is it just a me thing? You guys will have to let me know. But what I really like is the camera tilts up. Watch the particle effects. Basically, it's telling us that the camera is punching towards her. Look at this beautiful rim lighting, or edge lighting, as you would say. Mouth is lit up because you're speaking. You're honing in on her words. The particle effects coming forward. It's just a very pretty picture. But if you noticed, they left a little bit of negative space over here. And this is where this character comes in. So if you're looking at rule of thirds, so imagine rule of thirds is, you'll see this on cameras, phones, and things like that. It's basically like noughts and crosses layout, okay, on your image. She's a little bit more over to the right-hand side. So you'd have a line here, and you'd have a line here. So they've edged her off here, so it finishes here, and a little bit over here. Normally where you'd put them, but they've put it almost just off the center, but kept this space open, so you're not really paying attention to it. But what you would do with this negative space is fill it, which is exactly what they do here. And then the camera pulls focus to him.
I need you with me on the wall.
And then that's how you get it to look more cinematic as well, is the shallow depth of field, okay? So how much light is being let in to how shallow the f-stop or t-stop you are shooting. So f, what, 2.8 probably on this. And pulse focus on a rise. This is what we're really looking at. Stunning catchment. That's basically, guys, catchment is the light that you see in their eyes. You kind of want that on your actors or models or whatever it is, because the point is, the eyes, we're like magpies. We're drawn to shiny things. And so for us, that is where it's how you make us look at the character's eyes, is by adding all this sheen in there. If that wasn't there, would we be looking at her eyes? Absolutely not. Where do you think we'd be looking? Here. We'd be looking at her lips, because it's the next shiniest part near her eyes, and here, because it's the way it's lit up naturally. Making her eyes pop as well because of the shadows.
Lor'themar, the void will envelop us soon. Only the light.
The void, even I don't understand what the hell that is, but I understand that this is the void probably.
The void will envelop us soon. Only the
Great way to get us out of that scene and into this scene, because it starts up with something we're like, holy shit, a bit like an establishing shot. We tilt down, go in, it looks beautiful because it's following the trajectory of these orbs, I don't know, all these fiery things.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
Very nice.
No.
No. His voice sounds so familiar, like I've heard it 100 times before. What I like about this shot is beautiful. Still got the layers in there, look. Foreground, mayground, background. 3 layers, even in a shot like this.
The time
looks more expensive. He comes up, they cut on the action, and then the camera goes up
has passed.
and punches forward and tilts down, showing us what the hell is going on. Looks so cinematic because the key light, the main light source, that's what that means, is they are backlit. Yeah, the camera is in the shadow side, so this is the most shadowiest part of the scene. We are here, camera's here, pointing towards the light. Lovely edge lighting. That is how you make your stuff look way more cinematic and more expensive looking. Teal and orange everywhere. Very Americanized look. Lovely darkness in the shadows. I love it. I love this low-key look. Low-key means playing use of the shadows. Now the camera is, oh wow, what a shot to stop on. Punching forward. The camera is always moving, okay? This is what cinema means. Cinema means movement. Fucking look, they've got little particle effects here, giving us layers. Foreground. Yeah, even though they're like the mayground, the main subject. And basically, look, here's your 3 layers. They're your middle ground. And then you've got your background. With that and these little particle effects just give us the foreground element. But what I like about this is the pop of light. Whoa.
The Sunwell will not fall.
That constant moving, okay? The camera is very, very subtle. But what they're doing here is by having the lightning flash, it keeps our eyes like interested in the scene, even though not much is happening. The only foreground we've got is this few particle effects here.
The Sunwell will not fall.
Camera punching forward.
Not well.
Look at the catchment in her eyes, at least. He's out of focus. I love that. So what it is, this is dirty framing. Okay, imagine, well, this is your frame. She's like the main attention. So they've got him really here as a dirty frame to lead you over here to her. Okay, so if you look at the composition, our eyes not really looking at him because he's out of focus. We're looking at her, and it's a powerful moment because the camera is punching forward.
I draw breath.
I draw breath. Isn't that what he says later? Go back another 5.
The Sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath.
Yeah, something like that. Great, great, great. What is that? Let me look at that again. Oh, it's a villain. Boom. Lovely. Quick, very vortex action shot. It's just a nice way, again, to start us off in the scene. It was started with that portal. It looked like the portal. Slam it down. Let the camera do the work for us to sell the motion. Did it shake on the action? Yeah, shake the shit out of it, okay? You have to use the fourth wall, so the camera, to emphasize the action. And also they've got action powder coming up. Yeah, like dust coming up. See that thread of storytelling? Leads up here. I thought we were looking up here, but no, we're looking at this balcony because we know they're up there somewhere fighting. That's the thread of storytelling that goes through.
Little.
Why did that look nice? Why do you think that looked nice? Watch it again. Okay, so you've got the characters here fighting. Let me play it a little bit. They are in and out of frame, okay? But what's really selling it, and you're going to be like, you're taking the piss. I really am not. Yeah? Look at the foreground elements. They are framing these enemies being cut here or waiting their turn to be cut are framing these. It's a frame within the frame. They're coming in and out of the action, yeah? And with the colour of the lighting, watch it. They're treated like a vignette. And that is what it is. You get your foreground, your mayground, and your background. And because the camera's moving with them, you get the parallaxing. Put all this mixtures of the cocktail together, and that is why this cocktail tastes so good, or in this case, visually looks good to watch.
little elf.
Yeah, and then you got the camera then punches through the sparks of orange, the teal and orange, a little bit of hair light from up here. This is 5500 or 5600 color temperature hitting from the top. That's why they look extra sweet. You get your teal, you get your orange, and you get your daylight range in there. Get that 3. Another cocktail of greatness. That's what that is. This was stunning. The camera comes forward, really luring us in. The smoke goes down. Beautiful, like it's been sucked in. She comes through, it opens up. Power status, you're looking down at it, but never once did I feel like now she looks inferior. But wait, the camera then shifts pedestals down. That means up and down as she comes up, giving us that parallax in action.
How much longer?
Look at her eye level, way above the 180 line here. Normally you'd have it about here, but she's up here. I already understand that she is badass and powerful. Backlit, yeah, very soft edge lighting here. Again, looks more cinematic. The camera is playing on the shadow sides of her face. Basically, if we're in the shadow, big lights coming from behind, put the camera where the shadow is. Yeah, it'll just more expensive.
Can you hold out?
And then we've got lens aberrations, lens flares, stunning.
Flee.
Pop, 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 pop the light because it's a longer take. That the lighting, even though the camera's moving, those little pops of light, my eyes are drawn into her. Pop, 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 pop.
Flee.
And then it matches the beat, the pop, 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 and then the flashes happen. Camera comes towards her. She is one tough cookie. Not only that, look at the let me go back a few frames. Look at the power status. We're shooting from the chest area, looking up at her. Her eye level's leveled out to here. Looks stunning. Next shot, because our eyes are looking at her eyes. Yeah, they almost match their eyes. See, it's not quite a match cut, but your eyes are here. So, because we're here, it makes the next shot beautiful because you've got the negative space of these orbs. We're not looking here. They're framing her. We're looking here because these little catchment and everything else. So when you go pop to her, you're already in position. Your eyes are fixated on this part of the screen. So this is why this works beautifully. And the camera came in. Does the camera come out now for her?
Save yourselves.
So she pushes out. Look at this beautiful white lighting. Honestly, this white lighting... Yeah, the 5500, 5600 color temperature is what makes this look so believably good. You've pulled out the color. The black levels are not jet black here. They're 50 shades of grey or 50 shades of black. And that is why this shot, if you had a quick look at it, it almost looks lifelike. Almost looks photoreal, yeah. But go back to the last babe.
Flee.
This doesn't look photoreal and looks more CGI, more computerized because of the color. There's too much saturation in there. You can tell that by the purples. It doesn't look believable to us. Yeah. Here, looks very real as she pushes further back into the daylight range. Okay, if you guys wondered why that looks photoreal when you're watching mods or games or whatever it is, it's because of the desaturation, the 5500 color temperature, and the raised black levels. Okay, so that's why it looks photoreal. Now you know the secret.
Yourselves.
Lovely. That little blink turn.
And save yourselves.
Eyes are focused in. Blink. Oh, no. Yeah, she does a little blink turn. So blink turn is, okay, so basically actors on scenes, they do a blink left, blink right, and basically it just looks more subtle. When they're focused in, because basically you don't want to see the micro jitters of the eye, like looking around, unless they're focused in or it's an intense piece of action. As in the character's focus. Blink turns look more sexy, should we say, yeah, and you normally find that on commercials and just if it's close-ups of the characters and like all the characters will blink turn left, blink turn right, depending on whatever the scene is required. What's framing is this? Dirty framing on her?
Don't.
When he said that don't, I thought it meant like she was going to run off, just go guns blazing into the witch. I didn't expect it to mean go and get backup or whatever the hell it was.
Light be with you.
You see?
Light be with you.
Ooh. Light be with you. Pulse focus, shallow depth of field. The cinematic levels are up there.
You see?
He blinked turns. You see that little cheeky blink?
Don't.
I know you did.
Light be with you.
You see?
You see? He looks more badass, even though he's let his eye levels up here, because he's looking through the brow. Yeah, okay, if he was like, you see, it wouldn't look as good. But yeah, if I do it like this, you see, it looks better because they're looking through the brow. Get your characters to look through the brow. Why? It doesn't take the power status from him. He looks like a badass, even though I know he's weaker than this witch or whatever she is. Now, just to support this thing that I've just said, the status of this character, camera punches forward, pass here, looking up at her, backlit by this beautiful piece of lighting. There's that daylight range, 5500 to spark, sprinkled across the face. Till an orange.
Yes. Soon, you all will.
Because the camera's always coming towards her. She looks badass. We are lingering on every single word that she says. And yeah, it's awesome.
The light guides my steps.
Fade to black to show past the time very, very quickly. And also it allows us to get into this new scene.
Light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred.
Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. I said earlier on, I don't think it looks as expensive as the others. I take that back. I think it does. In certain shots it does. Like this, I think it's because of the colour. That's why on like the witch character, you know, if I go back 10, it doesn't look as expensive because of the heavy saturation in it. Yet we punch to a character like her and we've almost got this photoreal look to it. Yeah, I'll take that back. I think it does look as good as the others.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through.
It's an important moment, believable in the actress. Camera is punching forward, so we get the momentum is there. Particle effects, foreground. She's the background. Got the background. Character on their knees. Okay, that is the challenge of this story. One of the 6. It's actually 5 C's of storytelling. I like to add the 6th one in there. The challenge. They fall to their knees and then the momentum shifts. Okay, they're down on their luck. The momentum shifts. Something happens and then the characters rise.
That I am unworthy.
See, I am unworthy. Where's the camera looking? Go back. Let me go back again. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. These are very important moments. Power status. We know she's a very important character. I know she's powerful because of the camera looking up at her. Daylight range up there. Flick, flick, flick. The ensemble, the crescendo coming together, the build, the tick, 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 adding as a clock. She falls to her knees. Watch the power shift in camera. Where's the camera looking? It's looking down at her. She looks inferior in this moment. And she says this, and we know it full well. What does she say?
I know that I am unworthy.
I know I am unworthy or not worthy, yeah? Camera's looking down at her just to support the element, the argument within the world building that they've got here. Beautiful bit of storytelling. I love it, love it, love it. And look at the little particle effects tickling her chin, tickling her face here. Foreground, midground, rolling off into the background.
I don't know if I deserve your help.
And look at this extreme close-up, this ECU. Backlit edge lighting, realistically, 45 degrees, but they're backlit here, still looks cinematic. Bringing us here on this character, okay, to the eyes. It's all about the eyes, honestly, guys. Even if your character is wearing a mask, bring it in here. Our minds, bodies and souls will do the rest of the lifting for us or for you in your stories. My people do. Them versus this. But where do we look? We looked at him because he's the lightest part on screen. These are dirty framing here. They are framing him within the composition. Frame within the frame. That's why our eyes deliberately went there. We're looking here. I know. A mouth. And we're already sort of center frame when we're looking. And that's why we look here.
My people do.
So good, man. So good. And it's getting tighter. The more she means it, the more... Look. my wording is getting more powerful because I'm getting elevated by what I'm seeing on screen. And look at this. Water. They want us to look here. The way they've lit her here, in the darkness. Oh, mate, this is shot about, fuck knows, f1.2 probably, 1.8. Really shallow depth fulfilled.
I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will.
There he is, looking through his brow again. Everything is out of focus, rolling into the sharp. Yeah? Gorgeous. A little bit of catchment in his eye. That green thing, that green eye really pops on screen. Desaturated everywhere else, got the white light on him. And where is he looking? Even though the camera's looking down at him, he's still looking through his brow. And that's why he still looks badass. Even though we know he's inferior between the two when it comes to power. The Titan level. Then the music buggers off. There's a beat. Actually, we're having a little shift. He hasn't lost anything, even though we know still that he's inferior.
I will break.
Right, reverb it out.
You can't even break one elf.
And what's stunning, what is stunning, is he's here, over here. He goes right over to the camera right framing, okay? And I was like, why have they left all this negative space?
Can't even break one elf.
Now I know why. And that is so cool. Rolling into sharpness. His eyeball stayed sharp the entire time. I'm going to go back 10 and watch that whole bit again.
Soon, I will break your world.
Look at those particle effects giving us layers.
You can't even break one elf.
ECU. Look at that. And look at a little blink turn away. Gorgeous. Oh my god. Look how photo real this looks. Even when his eye looks like is really saturated in colour. The ECU on this is absolutely phenomenal. And what also makes this look believable, other than all the lighting, is because it's low key. So what that is, as I mentioned earlier, is playing on the shadows. But we are looking at only the light spots on the screen. You're hiding the detail in the shadow. So because we're looking here, and it's complemented beautifully by this 5500, 5600 range Kelvin. Take a shot every time I say it. You're going to be pissed by the end of this. That is why it looks just chef's kiss. And they did like a dolly zoom there, didn't they? As he ran out. So basically the camera goes... I don't know actually. What's the background doing? Looks like they're zooming out as he's coming towards the camera. Because you can see the compression on the background. Yeah, look, it's going out. Yeah, it's going out. So they're zooming out as he comes forward. So what it is a dolly zoom. You see that in loads of films when they want to show like vertigo or a camera's feeling all fucked up. And it's what they're doing here. Basically compressing the background up and down, and it gives us that trippy effect, but also makes the character look like, holy shit, he's giving it his all.
This darkness comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be...
Nice little beat there. Nice little beat. That was. Slice, slice, slice. Slice, beat. Let us see his face. Take it in. We don't want all that action where we can't see what the fuck is the head and what's the tails, yeah? I can see everything on here.
There will be no more light.
And also it's lovely because it's such a juxtaposition between the shots, isn't it? You've got this very blue thing with a touch of orange, then the orange with a touch of teal. Beautiful. Bop, 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 bop. The music, the crescendo is coming together, the ensemble. Dutch angle, okay? Look at the axis. Imagine you've got your spirit level out. You'd have your little spirit in the middle. Yeah, it is way... Oh, it's not super off, but it is off. And what they're doing is, look at this framing. It's basically setting the scene of uncomfortableness. It's telling us via the camera that they are down on their luck. They're down on their knees, and this ain't a good situation. It also is a great way to show the mental state of a character. And in this case, their dire need of a hero or some power shift.
We will
Camera punching forward slightly as the characters coming in. Build, 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 build.
I beg you,
Lingering on her words, the softness of it.
help us.
Just when all hope is lost, they're down on their knees. This is one of the 6 C's challenge. And look, she even blinked turned up. Most of the time, if that went off, you'd be like, what the hell is that? What is that? But they still made it, they still made her have that sex appeal in the eyes. Watch. What? Big momentous thing, okay? This is why I got goosebumps. The power, the light coming in, or the camera going towards the light, silhouetted, the music, the instruments, it changed. The strings. Particles coming towards us. Build, build, build. Coming up that horizon. Have you ever seen it? I've had it loads of animes, loads of movies. That horizon, they come up out of the water. They come up from the horizon. That is why I had goosebumps in that moment. And the camera, the music, everything coming together. But the camera coming towards look at the haze and smoke in there so we can see the god rays, the power, whatever that light is, that's what's causing this bright light. Stunning. This old trippiness going on, whatever the hell that is. Him, oh, it's her power, isn't it? Look, the orbs. That's how you make it look more expensive, guys. Look, a little bit of halation in there. Halation is basically how light is captured on real film stock. Look, they just create that here and blow it out and give us this look. I love it. It looks like it's really captured on film. And then she comes up to her mark, okay? That's why it looks really cool. So she's fighting. Bit of a longer shot, so there's no cut. And do a digital zoom. She's coming towards camera as the camera's zooming in on her. And then it paces out. And what I mean is it slows down and it makes give her a delivery of her line. What colour's on her face? Yeah? Works beautifully with a bit of teal across her chest. Teal in the sky. Orange. Splash of white. Just how I like my tea. And the camera orbit strafes around them. Yeah, still, what that is, the camera is basically on a track system spinning around them. And what it is, depends on the telephoto lens. And if it's a tighter focal length on your lenses, so higher the number, means more lens compression here. So why these look really cool, these parts. Look at these lovely little hairlight here, colour temperature. I won't say it again because you'll have to have another drink. Watch that background spin. Yeah, higher the number, and that's why you get these really cool Michael Bay looks. Then the camera dollies back, or tracks back, beg your pardon, giving us the momentous look of all of them. And I love it when they do that, but you have to get your focus. If you're doing it on real life, you have to track round them, pull out, and get your focus bang on. You can easily do that in CGI, but in real life, you have to make sure you get your focus pullers to do marks. Yeah, she didn't lose her power status, this bird, did she? She kept it. Camera looking up at her. She's almost welcoming the challenge, isn't she? Look how realistic her skin looks now because of the pull out of the colour. More of the real life skin tones in there. Look at the black levels all lifted up. Looks why it looks more believable. Camera pedestals down slightly as she rises up. And that's why I was like, damn, she didn't lose her status at all. Yes, looking through her brow. That's the only thing that I didn't like. I didn't like that warpy digital stabilization of it. Why did they do that? If they just brought the camera back, I think it would have worked. But the problem is, if you bring the camera back and you let the lens zoom out, it would have given you a bit of a dolly zoom, and that's probably why it didn't look as nice. But then again, they could have just punched back. See, I mean, what happens is you go from very cinematic looking, high quality, shot on cinematic glass, prime lenses, meaning it doesn't change its focal length, to having digital zoom in there. And what that does is it makes it look like video. And that's the quality control. Oh, wow, I didn't realise she disappears. She runs, masks the character, she fucks off. No, no, she's still there. She disappears on the second one. Nice. Great. De-establishing shot. Okay, so you get your establishing shot comes nice in. I call them de-establishing shots. Basically, you end your big world scenes or trailers coming out of the world, giving us that world building. Yeah! Camera punches back with them, does a little tilt, pedestals up. Yeah, and it's a nice big shot and gets us ready for our title card. Lovely transitions. And as the camera came back, the title card comes down. Lots of movement, yeah? So it looks nice. World of Warcraft, World Soul Saga Part 2. I don't know what the hell that is. But again, the titles are always moving. And it looks lovely. And look, here we go. Teal and orange. And what colour's the text? White. Given it, do you know what I mean? It's the 3 colour amigos, dude. Honestly, it makes such a difference. And that is why this stuff looks as good as it does. And there you have it. That was my reaction. That was my breakdown to the World of Warcraft Midnight official opening cinematic trailer from Gamescom 2025. My god, that was a mouthful. And breathe. But yeah, there you are, guys. Absolutely amazing. Another cinematic that is just, you know, like jaw-openingly gorgeous. And I would quite happily watch a movie like that. I really would. I'd watch a whole full feature if it looked that good, because it just looks stunning, doesn't it? It's got everything that we love in movies. Teal, oranges, bits of wire, cinematicness, quality, low-key lighting. The only thing I don't like, again, is that digital zoom. Please don't do that. It just looks shit. And it puts a bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it? So yeah, it's such a shame. But, you know, wiping that from the board, everything else on this was absolutely stunning. And it's reminded me that I must check out the other... I've got to continue on the other cinematics from the Battle of Azeroth. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me today. And more importantly, allowing me to hang out with you. I really hope you enjoyed the breakdown and the reaction. I'll see you on another World of Warcraft gaming video or another gaming franchise. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Out of time!